Hi, Janelle Schaefer here with Sheep Hill Herbs, and welcome back to another video. If you have already subscribed, thank you so much. If you haven't, take a moment to hit the subscribe button. Also, the bell notification, because that will let you know when I have posted new videos. And also, before you go, like and leave a comment. That helps this channel grow, and I am trying to grow. Just like a plant. So today I'm going to show you how I'm making a vinegar tincture with oregano from my garden and garlic. So here we go. Let's get started with. Okay, so if you start making a lot of home remedies, you will find that you need jars. You need jars to store your herbs and also to make things. So I just keep all glass jars, put them through the dishwasher on steam to sanitize, and if the label comes off, great. If it doesn't, I sometimes try to get it off. Otherwise, I just let it on and put another label on top. Now, if it's something super special, then I, of course, want some like a new jar, but for this purpose today, I do not. I think I might get this part of it off. For today, I don't need a new jar, so I'm just making a tincture. I'm going to soak it in here, and then I'll probably bottle it in something else. But what I'm working with is oregano, and this was oregano from my garden. I let grow and get as bushy as possible. I usually just cut some of my oregano during the season and incorporate it into meals and dishes fresh, and then that keeps it continuing to grow. And then in the fall, I'll make a much bigger cut and harvest so that I can turn it into an herbal remedy. So this oregano is not fully dried. It is been wilting, drying for about 3 days. So what I'm doing right now, and I'll have to hold the jar up, so I'm going to take all of this oregano and I'm going to put it in my jar, and I'm going to infuse apple cider vinegar with the properties from oregano and make a tincture. So tinctures work really great if you, tinctures work great for leafy plants when you're using apple cider vinegar, because they're not so sturdy that you need to use something stronger like alcohol. And then the apple cider vinegar serves as a food and also something tasty that you can put on your salads, and then you get the extra benefit of the oregano and the garlic in what you're cooking in your salad dish. And I usually drink the salad dressing at the bottom of the bowl, so to make sure that I get all of that. All right, so I'm just packing this in. I'm going to use all the vinegar, all the oregano I have. I'm including the stems, and that's okay with this. I'm just put this in here. All right. So typically when I make a tincture, I go up about almost 3/4 of the way with plant. Now I could shove this down a little bit more, but I'm not going to. And I'm going to get ready to add my garlic. So I'm going to just peel that and then come back. Okay, so I went and got my mortar pestle, and every kitchen should have one of these. And I have peeled at least, let me just show you my garlic. So this is garlic that's local, and it was just pulled out of the ground and had the long scape. And I want to use local garlic. I don't want to use garlic from overseas that has, who knows what has happened to it, what the soil was like. I guess there's elephant garlic and garlic from China that I just don't think is the quality and the nutritive value we want. This is local, this is organic, and usually when you get like real true garlic, it's smaller than the giant pieces, and it is super, super spicy. So I put my garlic pieces in here, and I'm gonna just take the top. Okay, so what I just did was just press down on the garlic for a few minutes, and by doing that, I release the paper from the garlic. I don't have to pick it off. It's easier. And also, you press the garlic and release the juices, and that is what you want to have whenever you use garlic. You want to have that release of the juices. There's something in the chemical properties of the garlic that once it's pressed, it releases, and now it's super effective versus that whole piece. It can pass through your system without really doing much at all. So you want to press or crush your garlic. So I have about a small handful here, and I'm just quickly pulling off the paper because now I have softened it, and I'm adding it to my oregano. And this this is going to be very strong antiviral, antibacterial vinegar that is not only going to be a delicious food, is also going to give us a greater immunity towards colds and flus. So I'm gonna just add this in, and like I said, I believe it's about a small handful. You can add as much garlic as you want. I wouldn't say as little as you want, because honestly, the more garlic, the better. Garlic is just a wonderful herb, has so many useful properties besides flavoring food, but it is super good for the immune system and moving blood and oxygen and clearing out pathways and just like revitalizing the whole system. It's antifungal. It's pretty much nature's antibiotic. So here we go. I'm almost finished. And whoops, that one's brown. So I definitely love my garlic, and to get rid of that taste or that aftertaste that turns people off, I often chew fennel seeds or fresh mint leaves or even dill seeds, or you could have like a drop of peppermint essential oil in water and rinse your mouth. But if you eat garlic with your friends and family, then you all will smell like garlic, and it's less of an affront. But it's just too good to not eat just because of that wonderful garlic smell. Okay, so I'm ready with my garlic. And then I'm taking apple cider vinegar, and this brand has some mother in it. It's not, I think they have partially distilled it. And I do like to use vinegar with the mother for my tinctures. And sometimes I add, like, I'll buy this big jug and then I'll buy a smaller jar of like Bragg's or something, and I'll mix them together, and it like brings that, you know, live enzymes and everything back to life, I guess. So I just added that in, putting on the lid, and then I'm going to shake it up. And then, like I always do, and I'm not going to do in this video, I label with the ingredients, all the ingredients, the date, and what else? So garlic, oregano, apple cider vinegar, today's date, and that's pretty much all I need for this one. And then I'm going to let this sit for a few weeks like this, and then strain it all off, save the vinegar, and I'll probably put the vinegar on my counter with my olive oil over like in a little bit of a shady spot. And then this is going to be the vinegar I use for my salads, but also I might take a spoonful if I'm just feeling a little like I'm dragging, or maybe like something's coming on. If you do feel that way, you want to take your herbal remedies frequently and maybe a little bit less. So if I felt like a cold or something coming on, I might take a half a spoonful or 3/4 of a teaspoon every few hours. But basically, mainly, I've made this to have as a delicious vinegar for our cooking purposes. So thanks again for coming to my channel.